This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Regina League.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Good Neighbor Podcast. I am thrilled to be talking to Marie Judy. She is the owner and founder of Bloom Early Learning in Waxhaw. Hello, Marie. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. I love talking about all this because I'm one of these people who I became a step parent when the kids were a little older, so I skipped this phase of parenting. So I'm, noticing on your website that you guys, what ages, first of all, do you start with?
We start at age 2 and we go through 5, so 2 to 5.
So as a part-day preschool, I see that you guys are play-based. Tell us what that means and why you do it that way.
Okay, sure. Play-based just basically means that we're going to teach kids what they need to know through playing. So everything we do is very tactile, very hands-on. You're not going to see worksheets in our program. You're going to see a lot of sensory materials. You're going to see manipulatives, little things that kids can hold and count and sort. And we promise we're going to teach them letter sounds and letter formation. We're just going to do it in a very creative way.
And you must have a reason you do it this way. Tell us a little bit about you, your background, and how Bloom Early Learning came to be.
Sure. I think I do it this way just because I've seen it work. I've been in this field for over 20 years, so I've seen lots of kids learn and grow and watched kind of what makes them successful. I started off early in my career doing research on school readiness, so different factors that maybe limited school readiness, be it child poverty or hunger or lack of maternal care, all kinds of factors, and kind of parlayed that into getting more involved with a nonprofit that served kids, and then decided I wanted to be in the classroom. And that's where I landed, and I haven't looked back. So I worked for a nonprofit preschool a long time ago and kind of learned everything I could about how kids learn and what we can do to strengthen families. And I've just carried that with me. Have been a classroom teacher, an assistant director, and then a director. And during COVID, made some changes to where I was working, ended up working with kids in their houses during COVID, and then decided to start my own place after that. And so I'm serving a couple of roles as the owner and director, but also I'm back in the classroom, which I love.
So as a parent thinks about, okay, it's time to start putting our little one into preschool, what do you recommend they do? What is, how do you find the right fit, and what should they be looking for?
Sure. The first thing I would say is you need to start earlier than you think. We'll start registering for next year in January or end of January, early February. So people really at the turn of the year need to start booking tours, making phone calls and things like that. I would say you definitely want to go check out a program, talk to your friends, talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends with kids, and then go check it out. Ask what a typical day is like, and go when there are kids there. I would say if somebody wants to meet you when there are not kids there, that can be a red flag. You want to see how the teachers interact with kids. Do the kids seem happy? Are they having fun? Look around at their artwork. Does it all look the same, or does it look different? Do they really get to do things themselves?
That is very interesting. I would have never thought of that. So I noticed in what you guys do, hands-on learning is a big deal. Can you break that down? What does that mean?
Sure. It just means we're going to use a lot of extra tactile materials. Most of our learning is designed to be done in small groups. That way we can meet kids where they are. You always have some kids that can do a little more and some kids that need a little extra guidance. Doing things in small groups allows us to do that. And hands-on just makes it fun. Our job is to provide materials that are exciting for kids, that make them want to learn, so that they can't wait to come do that activity. And they don't even really realize that they're actually working. They're just having fun. And we do a lot of really great specials too. We have music, of course, that you find in most preschools, but ours has a little more of an in-depth focus. We're teaching them about music from around the world and all different kinds of styles. We have a gardening special, we have a cooking special, and we do some really just fun extra things.
How fun is that? So I noticed on your website these milestones that you listed by age, 2 years, 3 years. And is that the way the parents and you kind of see where your child, how they're developing?
Certainly, those are really helpful. You can find some of those on the CDC website as well. Typically, a pediatrician will also have them for you, but we use those to guide our activities so that when we're planning, we know we are working toward a specific skill that's age appropriate. We want all of our activities to be fun and intentional, but we also want to help those kids learn and grow in the way that's going to get them ready for school. And we have to talk with parents.
I bet it's thrilling when those kids come running in the morning, when you know they're so excited to be there and get ready for their day with you. And I'm sure the parents get a charge out of that as well.
It is. It's great. We love when we go down to our car line in the morning and the kids are hanging out the windows, yelling to each other and just so excited to see each other. There's nothing better than knowing that they're excited to be at school.
Isn't that fun? Well, I know you're super proud of the team. So talk to us a little bit about your team, how you build it, what you look for.
Our team is incredible. I feel so lucky to get to work with them every day. Several of them I've worked with for over a decade. We just really have a good vibe together. I think the unique thing about us is we all have tons of experience. I think we average somewhere around 15 years of teaching experience. But we're fun. Everybody's fun. Everybody's happy to be there. Everybody knows this is really kind of a lucky privilege that we get to play with kids all day and sing songs and, play with them and teach them and guide them. So I think we have a really great rapport. Everybody who's there is so incredibly talented and creative. And they also just genuinely love kids. I think that's the biggest thing I look for when we're adding someone to our team. And I think you know that pretty quickly when you talk to somebody. Does this person really love kids? And do they really have a passion for teaching and guiding them?
Oh, it must be hard when those kids grow up and now they're ready to go off to school.
And it is hard.
Oh my God, I can't imagine the attachment.
There are a lot of tears at our graduation ceremony every year. Happy tears and some
happy tears. Yeah, well, maybe, they'll come back and visit. That's awesome. Are there any misconceptions in your industry?
I do think there are. I think sometimes people who aren't necessarily in education or don't work around kids have a certain conception of what kids need to know to be ready for school. They think it's definitely just about letters and numbers. And certainly that's a component of it, but it's about more than that. For kids to be ready for kindergarten, they need to be independent. They need to be able to function in a group. They need to have self-care skills. They need to have coping skills. They need to be able to speak up for themselves. There are just so many things that go into it aside from, knowing how to write their name and identify a certain number of letters. So we really strive to get kids ready on all fronts to make sure that they're going to be ready for that big transition.
That's super cool. I see you have camps, summer camps. Talk to us about that a little bit.
We do. We typically offer about 8 weeks of summer camp every year. They're theme-based. They each run just Monday through Friday from 9 to 1. And they're a little more laid back than preschool. We have some water play days. We always have popsicles and a picnic lunch on Fridays. But we have really great fun themes, things like pirate party. And last year we did a circus theme. We've done sweet treats. This summer we're going to offer a cooking camp. And I'm just working on kind of hashing out the details for 2025 summer. But we love it. Summer is great fun. We get to see some new friends and familiar faces. So you don't have to go to preschool at Bloom to come to our summer camps.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Where are you guys located in Waxhaw?
So we're on Newtown Road. We are just about a mile down the road from Publix at Marvin Gardens.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, before we wrap up, tell me what you're most proud of. I see a big smile on your face, and our listeners don't get to see that part of this, but I can tell you love what you do. What are you most proud of?
We do. Thank you. I think I'm most proud of our team and the community that we've built. I always tell people when they come to visit that Bloom feels just like I hoped it would when I kind of imagined it in 2020. So I love that we have this community of just lovely families who support us and encourage their kids, and they're engaged and active, and just love being a part of what we've built. So I feel really proud of the community of kids and families and teachers that we've built.
Well, congratulations. That's not easy to do. So congratulations to you and your team. So tell us lastly, how do parents find you if they're interested?
Sure. So they can check out our website. We're at bloomearlylearning.net. So all one word and .net. Also, Instagram is a great place to find us. We post a lot of fun pictures of things that we've done, and also give you some ideas of things you can do with your little one at home as well. And you can certainly contact us through the website or through Instagram too.
And you are now enrolling for what time period?
So we will start enrolling for next school year and 2025 summer by February 1st.
Gotcha. Well, it's been a pleasure, Marie. I appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you out in the community, and thank you so much again.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsouthcharlotte.com. That's gnpsouthcharlotte.com, or call 980-351-5719.